This is your life. Close your eyes, let me through. I'm gonna be for you now. We gon' go where you want.
What's up, young world? It says, close your eyes, let me through. I'm gonna see for you now. We gon' go where you want. That's right. Hey, I think I sound kind of good doing that. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let Me Talk Radio, and we gonna get right into this thing, man. Our last discussion, we was talking about the ego and humanity being illegitimate sons of the ego, right? And I realized I was kind of, it was kind of vague a little bit. We didn't really go into a lot of things because, we really don't have the time. And that's, deep talk that can go long. Trust me, it can go real long. But I realized I wanted to just kind of bring it back up and then maybe inject a different example that shows what the ego looks like and how we've been living by it and how it's not working. Okay? So check it out. Racism. Now there you go. Y'all heard it. Racism. I wish I had a big old daggone orchestra behind me saying that word because it's ringing like the Taj Mahal chains dropping in the slot machines. It's ringing, baby. And I'm talking about the Taj Mahal in Vegas. But anyway, I never been. Racism. We always inject racism almost in every situation that arises in our communities when it comes down to those type of situations. Always racism. So when are we going to realize that the identification of what we think is going on has not worked? It's not working. Yeah, we've thank the Lord for your Martin Luther Kings and all the brothers and sisters that help change the particular consciousness that those times were drowning in. Thank God for people who listen to God. That's what it's all about, who listen to Spirit. Because Spirit has a voice. Spirit has a language. Spirit has a way of talking. We just got to know what we're listening to and what we're listening for. You dig? So when we continue to try to bring up, to try to throw up, these kind of mindsets, these kind of mindsets, but because of what we consider the injustices of our communities, which bad is bad, or not good is not good. But at the same time, we got to realize that we're not talking the language of the Spirit. We're talking the language of the ego. We're doing the things, the methods that the ego would do and use. The agendas that you continually push, the injustices that you continue to label injustice or as injustice, is not changing anything. It's not helping anything because it's not our language. It's not our true language. And my understanding is people who are quote unquote racist, you got to be programmed to be racist. You got to be made that way, meaning developed already physically in this world and get developed to take on the mindsets that you've adopted. So if a person is not born a racist or the like, then they have to be taught to be that way, and we all know that. But the thing I'm saying is if it's not inherently natural, then that means it never was supposed, or it doesn't have to be a part of the world that we live in now. The way to change it is you have to change what makes the physical, and that's the invisible. Remember, thoughts are invisible. Words you can't see. So when you telling your son or your daughter to hate this, to do that, you're not like this, then you're programming them to be exactly what you're saying. So it works the same way with everything. We have to start to adopt new frames of mind, new ways to address one another, new ways to think. You got to know that it can change first, and you got to know that it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way at all. So the next time you find yourself in a situation and you're getting ready to point the finger, you're getting ready to reveal what you have labeled to be injustice as injustice, then I would implore you to stop, take a step back, and say, you know what? I don't want to feed this consciousness any longer, because it seems to be growing again. So I don't want to feed it any longer. I'm going to say something different. I'm going to think about this situation differently, and just maybe, well, more than maybe, I'm just trying to ease it. You know, I'm trying to just tap you on the shoulder a little bit, just trying to wipe the dust off your back without smacking you on the back. You know, ease into it and say, you know, this don't have to be this way. You know, and it starts with me. I can choose to look at this differently, and I can choose to change the situation just by way of how I view it. Think about it. I want you to listen to the song. It's just the first verse and into the chorus. But just listen to the words and just think about it. It's called Go and Get Your Brother.
Maybe you can stand to see them cry. Maybe you can stand to see them falling in the fire. Maybe you don't mind if they can learn. Maybe you don't care about their outcome. Maybe you don't see you're the only Jesus that they see. So why don't you get your brother? Go right now. It's your brother that keeps calling.
That's right. Humanity's been calling out and keeps calling out. Who's going to help me to stand in my true and rightful place as spirit, thinking well, believing good, living right? Till next time, man.